Hello everybody, this is Randell here, and today I'm going to show you guys how to defeat the Moon Lord using pre-Moon Lord items. So to spawn the Moon Lord, you want to go to the dungeon and you want to defeat the lunatic cultist. And after you defeat the lunatic cultist, 4 pillars respawn in your world and you have to defeat all 4 of them. The Stardust Pillar, Vortex Pillar, Nebula Pillar, and the Solar Pillar. Once you defeat the 4 pillars, the Moon Lord will spawn not right away, but a few seconds after you defeat the last pillar. And the order of which you defeat is not really dependent on doesn't matter which order you defeat the pillars, as long as you defeat all 4 of them, you'll be good. So what items should you use to defeat the Moon Lord? Well, I recommend using the Spectre armor set using the Spectre mask. And yeah, you want to use the Spectre mask to so it can help you fight the Moon Lord using some magic weapons. So this is going to be a magic based magic based armor set, so you know what I mean. Sorry, it's kind of bad recently. So you want to use the Spectre mask because early on you're not going to be damaged by the Moon Lord. You're just going to be attacking the Moon Lord with the Razor Blade Typhoon, which I'll get in a second. And yeah, you just want to use the Spectre armor with the Spectre mask. Now the accessories you want to use are the Celestial Shell, which is really good, which will make all of your stats increase by a little bit. So anything that can make your stat go higher is pretty good, and it'll turn your holder into a werewolf, which is not really important because that's only for melee. And if you don't have to get the Celestial Shell. You can use the Celestial Stone, I think, which is called I think it's called the Celestial Stone. I'm not really sure, but you could use that one or some other form of it, like the Sunstone or the Moonstone. You can use any of those, but I just recommend using the Celestial Shell. And the next accessory you want to use is the Celestial Cuffs, which will increase your pickup range for mana stars and will restore mana when damaged. So you'll always be damaged by the Moon Lord. That's basically what's gonna happen. And every time you get damaged by any attack, you will restore your mana, which is really good, so you don't have to waste your mana potions. So next accessory you want to use is the Star Veil, which will increase your invincibility and will cause stars to fall down on the Moon Lord, which that's pretty good. Anything that will help you stay alive is really good. So the Star Veil it's a pretty good accessory to use against the Moon, or for you to fight against the Moon Lord. The next accessory you want to use is the Charm of Myths, which will provide life regeneration, so that's pretty good. So your health can regenerate faster when you get damaged by the Moon Lord, and it will reduce the cooldown of healing potions. So you'll always use a healing potion, and once you do, it'll just reduce that dreaded healing potion sickness from 60 to 45. So that's pretty good. Anything that can help you heal much more quickly, the Charm of Myths is going to be there for you. And the last accessory you want to use is the Mana Flower, which will reduce your mana usage by 8% and will automatically use mana potions when needed. So if you don't get attacked by the Moon Lord and your mana is around in the top, once you use a different attack, it will just regenerate your mana automatically. But it will give you that mana sickness potion, which it's not the end of the world, but it'll reduce your damage, but it's not that much. So like I said, the Spectre armor set and these accessories And you can switch the Spectre mask for the Spectre hood if you're really in need of health. Once that Moonbite debuff has disappeared, switch your mask to the hood and fire your Razorblade Typhoon at him, and it will just pretty much destroy. Like it won't destroy, but it will just really help you gain much more health when you need it. And once the moon buff or Moonbite debuff occurs once he hits you with that tongue, you want to switch it to the mask since you can't heal using the set bonus for the hood, Spectre hood armor set, and you want to switch it to the mask and it'll do more damage. And the weapons you want to use is the Razorblade Typhoon, which is one of the best weapons to use against the Moonlord. And yeah, it has pretty high damage. You know, it's not the most highest damage in the game, but it's pretty good for a homing weapon. And the next weapon you want to use is the Nebula Blaze, which is crafted using the Nebula fragments, and it's pretty good. It's one of the best magic weapons against him, as it will always home in, and it will also home in on the Moonlord. So that's pretty good. Anything that can hit the Moonlord, because the tactic you want to use for him is dodging his attacks, and anything that can home in on the Moonlord's body parts is pretty good. And yeah, so also you can use the Stardust Cell Staff or the Stardust Dragon Staff, or if you want you can use both using the Bewitching Table, which will increase your minions right here. So you can have both of these at the same time, as I can show you right now. So here's the Cell Staff and the Dragon Staff, and you can have both of them hurt the Moonlord as you want to defeat the Moonlord as fast as you can. So what I'm writing right now is called the Cosmic Carcass, which will summon a rideable UFO mount, and you could get this item by going to the Martian Madness event and defeating one of the Martian saucers that was spawned in, and it'll have a chance to drop the Cosmic Carcass, which will make you freely fly everywhere. And this is one of the most important items to get. So you can just fly around and you could just dodge his, like the hold on guys. So the Cosmic Carcass mount, once you go full speed this way, like any direction, it will be the same speed as the Moonlord. So that's pretty good. You could just fire and just freely move this way. And I'll show you it during, like, later in the video on how to dodge his attacks. And his most important attack is the laser beam that shoots from his head. And the way to counter that is you could put stuff on your head. You know, you can use the floating items as your advantage, but I recommend using the Rod of Discord, which once the laser comes in, you want to fly up into left or right, and you want to go down, and then you're pretty much safe basically. And this is a really rare drop from Chaos Elementals. It took me forever to get this, but I got it, so that's pretty good. And so the buffs you want to use are the Regeneration Potion, which is one of the best potions in the game, which will restore your life. Ironskin Potion, which will increase your defense, which is pretty good. And Mana Regeneration Potion, which will increase your mana regeneration. Yeah, it's self-explanatory. And also you want to use the Mana Power Potion, which is also good. So the Mana Power Potion is pretty good. It will increase your magic damage. And the Pumpkin Pie, which is, you know, you can use other items that can buff your stats, basically your defense, your attack, every single stat. So the Moon Lord has 2 phases, and that was just all for the first phase. For the second phase, you want to use the vortex beater using chlorophyte bullets, and you can craft the vortex beater by crafting it using the vortex fragments. And highly recommended is using the Shroomite armor set, which will increase that damage by a ton. It will just really help you defeat the Moon Lord faster, and yeah, that's basically it. So first phase, you want to use Razor Blade Typhoon, and you want to use the Razor Blade Typhoon in his hands and Nebula Blaze for his head. And once you go to a second phase, you want to use the Vortex Beater and just fly away from him. And so, and since the Vortex Beater is as fast as, or not the Vortex Beater, what am I talking about? Since the Cosmic Car Keys mount is as fast as Moonlord, you could just fire this and just fire away. And I'll just show you right now. Yeah, I'll show you right now what it's like fighting the Moonlord. So, see you guys in a second. Alright guys, we are back, and we are now awaiting to spawn the Moonlord. So, well, this is me. This is not like live gameplay, but this is like I'm commentating over this gameplay. So, yeah, I recorded this before I did this commentary. So, what I say, well, no, what am I saying? I don't know. But anyways, I am awaiting his spawn. Up here he is, and first thing you want to use is the Cosmic Car Keys to fly up into the air, and you want to switch to and you want to fly away from the Moonlord and use your Razor Blade Typhoon against him. And here's the head, and you want to use the oh yeah, right there. There's so much action happening right now, but you want to use the Nebula Blaze to hit his head once he uses that laser, and use the Razor Blade Typhoon against his hands. So that's pretty good. And every time he does that moon bite, you want to use the Spectre mask. And here he comes up. I kind of messed up. You want to use the Rod of Discord to go away from the laser beam shooting from his head. And this is a pretty hard fight. It's the final boss of Terraria, so you gotta face the final boss. So you want to shoot the Razor Blade Typhoon, and here it comes again, and yeah, that was successful, I think. So you want to use the Rod of Discord to oh yeah, if the Moonbite is not there, you want to switch to your Spectre Hood, as I said before, I think. And oh yeah, I just wanted to use the Nebula Blaze just to defeat that hands. And here it comes again, and I'm using the Rod of Discord just to dodge his lasers, which, yeah, that's really high recommended to use the Rod of Discord just to dodge that laser beam. And here it comes again. I'm waiting on his eyeballs and use the Nebula Blaze on him. And yeah, I got the floating islands prevented me from doing that. So curse that island that came from me. And now we have destroyed both of his hands, and now we are waiting to, oh, here he is. There's the eyeballs, or the head eyeball, and you want to use the Nebula Blaze to hit the eyeball, because it does much more damage than the Razor Blade Typhoon. So the Razor Blade Typhoon is pretty good if you're trying to stay away from the Moonlord. And oh yeah, I forgot to say this, but don't forget to activate your buffs. So yeah, using the B key. And once his eyeball from his head pops out, you want to use the Nebula Blaze just to help you defeat the eyeball. Oh, sorry, just to defeat the eyeballs faster. And there's yeah, I got really lucky there, and it just so happened his laser came right as the floating moons just dodged me. So as you can see, what I'm doing here is using the Cosmic Car Keys and like going up and down, and sometimes you really don't need to use the Rod of Discord if you're above him. And yes, he has been the eyeball has been destroyed, and now switching to the Shroomite armor and using the vortex beater with chlorophyte bullets and switching up to the Ankh shield just to have more defense and just to shoot the heart out. Since he can't use his lasers anymore because his eyeball has been defeated, you want to use the vortex beater and just shoot at the heart basically. As you can see, this is really good. The vortex beater is really good against this heart, and it would just destroy his heart. It would just destroy his heart. And after you beat him, if you get lucky, use the SDMG, and we have defeated the Moon Lord. Yes, it's that easy to defeat the Moon Lord without cheese. No cheese in this gameplay, just pure movement and skill. And yeah, the Moon Lord has been defeated. The drops you get are I got this thing, which I didn't even know what it was, but it's pretty good. I think it's one of the best items. Yeah. So, and you get a portal gun, you get a luminite ore, which is pretty good, and yeah, just gonna sell that portal gun because I defeated him earlier. This is just a demonstration on how to defeat the Moon Lord, and yeah, that's basically it. So, well, that's it on how to defeat the Moon Lord. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments below. You get the portal gun, you get the luminite ore, you get some potions, which, oh, you don't really need potions. And yeah, that's basically it. So hopefully you guys all enjoyed this video. If you did, click that like button, and check out my other stuff I post on the YouTube channel, on my YouTube channel. So hopefully you guys all enjoyed this video. I'm gonna leave this gameplay here so you can see how I beat the Moon Lord again. And Randell, I am out of here, so peace out, guys.